Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Handyman Graham. For today's video, drumroll, we're gonna be vinyl wrapping this fridge. First, I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the support on the first few videos. The reception has been so amazing, so thank you so much. If there's a project that you'd like to see done in the future, be sure to let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We're gonna be vinyl wrapping this baby. This is a 2002 Frigidaire Gallery. It's seen a lot of use.
She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid.
No rust, really. No wear and tear, but it is covered in like 23 years worth of kitchen grime. We just have to remove all the tchotchkes, and then we're gonna have to do a deep clean, so I'm gonna get going on that. I've collected these magnets on the fridge from all the places that I've been to. If you wanna give like a little shout out in the comments if you're from one of the places that I have a magnet from. Okay, first up, we have this person. I don't know if you recognize her. She put this magnet on the fridge when I wasn't looking, and I didn't realize for like a week or two. Yellowstone, Niagara Falls, Golden Gate Bridge. With the Longhorns. Big Joshua Tree. I've actually not been here, but Biarritz, I don't even know where that is. Is that France? Memphis? This is my favorite. It's Quebec, and then it has a picture of poutine. And I just have to remove everything from up here, and then give it a deep clean. Ow! So we're already off to a great start, I'd say. I think like the previous tenant put this, looks like birch or something, but like this wood panel on the side of the fridge just to conceal it from the living room area. I'm hoping that this is gonna come off nice and easy. I have like a little pry tool and then a scraper just in case there's glue left behind. And I'll probably be able to reuse this for a future project. I'm definitely not gonna be throwing it out. I'm hoping I can just like kind of pull it off all in one piece. Everyone's gonna say, use a hair dryer. You gotta use a hair dryer. No, this is pure muscle, okay? I'm just worried that the hair dryer is gonna melt the double-sided tape because it is plastic. Okay, maybe I'll use a hair dryer. Nice. We're gonna be deep cleaning the fridge. I'm first gonna start with methyl hydrate, which is pretty much just like rubbing alcohol. You wanna be careful. Obviously, we put drop sheets down just to protect the floor. We're gonna put gloves on. We have Gugon. This is probably the safest. We have a fire sign and skull sign on Gugon. That's crazy. I actually want to test to see if this is flammable. That's pretty nice. I think they actually make this from bananas.
Fact check that?
Yeah.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Okay, so Nolan's gonna be helping me clean this fridge. I'm gonna take one side, he's gonna take the other. We're gonna do the top, and then clean the bottom quickly. If you ever wanted to swap your fridge door around, most fridges are designed so that you can swap, so it opens from the right side or from the left side. I've already taken these handles off because I have a surprise for this fridge later on, but these handles are the exact same size. The freezer door handle and the fridge door handle are like interchangeable, so that if you come over here and you want your fridge to open from the right side, you can do that. So you'll often see like random like plastic nubs, or like on top here there's like this plastic cap. There's generally like 3 brackets. There's one on the top of the freezer, one in between the 2 doors, and then one on the bottom. So all you gotta do is just like, if you have like a screwdriver at home, probably takes like 10 minutes. Functionally, if the fridge doesn't work in your space, or like you notice that there's like something wrong with the flow in the kitchen, it's usually like the fridge door is opening the wrong way. I'm not gonna switch them, I'm just gonna take them off. The way the fridge door opens right now in my apartment works for me, but this is how you would take them off to swap them around anyways. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna, glue this back on over top of the vinyl to make it look like factory made.
Really?
Yeah. Nice. All right, judge all you want. I'm not ashamed of the contents in my freezer. We got Bagel Bites, Uncrustables, if you know, you know. These Haagen-Dazs cookies and cream. And drumsticks. I got this for like the team, for like snacks, but I'm responsible for 2 of these missing. My green bin and my 7 ice trays. It's all right, you good?
Yep. Fun fact about Graham, he loves sauce.
I do, yeah. I'm a certified saucier. Alexandra got me this one from last time she went to Mexico. Carla got me these for Christmas. It's like a local Toronto hot sauce company. You gave me this. This is like the hottest hot sauce I've ever had. Where's it from?
Rwanda.
It's from Rwanda. Your staple Chipotle, chili crisp. It's amazing on eggs. Alana requested apple juice. I do not usually have juice boxes in my fridge. I am a grown-ass adult man. Okay, thanks MTV. Had a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed everything that was in my fridge. And if you have any comments, I'd love to see pictures of your fridge. No, I'm kidding. Okay, for this vinyl wrapping, we're using this R vinyl fridge wrap. It's semi like metallic. There's like a shine to it, so it looks like actual metal, which is pretty crazy. We have a couple squeegee options. We have a soft felt squeegee, and then we have a harder squeegee that's like intended for vinyl. And then I have an X-Acto knife to cut the pieces. So I'm gonna drape the vinyl wrap over both sides of the fridge. We're gonna use one long continuous piece that just covers the entire fridge base. Once we have that piece, we're gonna cut it. We're gonna put the rest of the roll aside, just so we're not like fiddling with all the extra vinyl while we're doing this. We're gonna peel off this side, work our way down. So rather than work our way up, push the air bubbles out the shortest way possible. This side is gonna be the most hidden, so it's like our tester side. Okay. Try to avoid creasing. Okay, I'm gonna start squeegeeing. I was afraid of like the texture of the fridge kind of showing through the vinyl wrap and like making it look kind of fake almost, but it actually makes it look like authentic, like pitted bronze or something. I think we already established this when we were vinyl wrapping Nicole's kitchen counter, but the more hands, the better. So if you stretch the vinyl wrap or if it folds on top of itself accidentally, you can pull it apart with your hands, but then you can use the hair dryer to get rid of any of the creases. Nice. That's really good. Hey? We're just gonna finish this side. I'm gonna peel off a little bit of the backing, and we're gonna peel it off as we go around the fridge, just so the vinyl wrap doesn't like fold over on itself and stick to itself. So I'm just having Nolan spray paint all the white brackets and plastic pieces as well as the grill on the bottom, just because vinyl wrapping those things would be too difficult, too time consuming, and painting is just gonna be overall easier for those intricate parts. Okay, we can move it back into place now. Can you imagine I scratched it on the counter, sliding it back? Holy, she's a beaut. Okay, now moving on to the freezer door. Finally on the fridge door.
I think for the what I have learned section, you should have removed everything.
I'm being punished. I don't know what for. I'm being smited. Ooh. Okay, all the vinyl wrap is done. We just have to put the fridge door on, and I'm really excited to see what it looks like. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Wow. All in all, that looks really great. Okay, so now it's time to put the handles on. So we're gonna throw it to my innie, Graham, who's working away in the workshop. Okay, so since we're vinyl wrapping the fridge in this like beautiful antique brass color, leaving these handles wouldn't make much sense. So I have a whole bunch of like the scrap walnut wood from the drop-down Murphy table. These door handles are kind of interesting. Like they are kind of like bow shaped with a very small gap in between them where the two doors open and close. So my idea for these handles is gonna be a perfectly straight cylinder that's gonna stretch the whole length of the two door handles. And then I'm gonna cut it in half, and that's just gonna keep all of the wood grain consistent. The first step that I gotta do is cut this board down into some small strips. I'm gonna be gluing a bunch of scraps together, creating one big dowel. Yeah, it's a lot of clamps. I don't know if they're all necessary, but the more clamps, the better. I just don't want to see any gaps in the wood, and I want it to look nice and consistent. Anyways, I'm gonna let this dry. Okay, so our fridge handle has been glued up. This is what it looks like. It's almost like a baseball bat blank. I'm gonna trim this down on the table saw just to remove the edges of it a little bit, and that will make carving it on the lathe a little bit easier because there's gonna be less material to remove. All right, this is gonna be pretty sketchy. I'm gonna be using this lathe to carve down the big hunk of wood that we have for the fridge handle. I've never carved anything this big before on the lathe. What tends to happen is like if you do something really large, it tends to like vibrate in the middle, but I think this piece of wood's gonna be thick enough where it's gonna be pretty solid. I'm going to be putting on a face visor, obviously. If this thing ever flies loose, it's gonna protect my moneymaker. Okay, so I talked to Alexandra, and we both agree that having like a bobbin style handle will be so much cooler. Like I have this big walnut dowel already, and I think it'd just be kind of boring if it was just a straight dowel. So I'm gonna attempt to carve this into like a wavy bobbin handle. I've done this before with candlesticks, but the most I've done is like 3 little ball things. So this is gonna be a little bit more. Since it's such a big dowel, I think it is gonna be spaced out quite a bit. I think the first thing I need to do is just measure the overall length of this, draw it out on with pencil, how many bobbins I actually want, and then I'm gonna start to carve it out. Okay, so the bobbin dowel is finished. Looks sick. It's like 3 feet long. It's all nice and smooth. And I've put together this like just rough mock-up of like how the current door handle connects to the door right now, because I'm just trying to figure out how I'm actually going to attach this to the door. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to make a dowel, like a really thick dowel. I've got this like blank that I had from a previous project, and I'm gonna make it so that I can connect it Right here, I'm gonna like slide the dowel in, and then I'm gonna cut it in half, and that's gonna be the top of the handle. So the center of the handle is done, and now I'm just gonna have to make the curved brackets, I guess you could call them, that kind of go around the side of the fridge door. So I've got this little piece of walnut here. I actually do have to put this on the lathe and make like a little nub so that it can go into the actual bobbin handle. I'm gonna cut some miters in it, glue it together. All right, so these little side pieces are kind of dry, but I'm gonna take them over to the belt sander. I'm gonna curve this with the sander, and then I'm going to just kind of round them out and try to make a curved dowel situation. And then I can glue it to the handle, and we are looking pretty good. All right, I'm having a hard time finding out exactly where I need to put the holes for the bracket on the bottom. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and I'm gonna cut this in half, and then I can see exactly where the hole needs to go. Hello. It has been a couple days. I got a haircut. I've done a little bit of work on the handles just to get them ready for oil and finish. Shaped these little arms. I glued them together, so it's all one piece now. Looks nice. And I drilled these off-center holes because I messed up the arm a little bit. So it's just a little bit off-center, which is okay. I'm gonna hide it. So to oil them, I'm gonna use this really old tung oil I have. Tung oil is great. It's like kind of like amber in color, so it kind of like darkens the wood. It just makes it look a little bit more rich. Look at the difference. It's like night and day. So I read the can, and this is actually a blend. It's a tung oil protective finish. So the more coats you use, like the better the sheen is afterwards. So I'll probably just end it with 2 and then call it a day. Okay, so we have the handles here. Let's give it up for my innie. Yay! He's working his butt off in there. Wow, we just get to have fun on set. We're just gonna like attach it with the 3 screws. Wow. That is so sick. Wow, the finishing touch. The Frigidaire Gallery Badge of Honor. I never go on Pinterest like Alexandra does, so yeah, I've never seen these before. I'm just really happy I was able to make something for an Alexandra Gator makeover on that lathe that I bought like 2 years ago. It was super challenging. I learned a lot. Okay, so now it's the part of the video where I talk about what I learned, what I could do better. What I learned, have more patience. I've been punished for something, but what have I done? I don't know. Empty all the contents out of the fridge and freezer doors before you wrap them. Another thing that I learned that I should have done is that just take a photo of each bracket so you know exactly where each screw goes, which way the bracket is oriented. Whenever you're disassembling something, always take photos so that you know how to put it back together. I think it was a fantastic DIY. Like, we just took this like 25-year-old fridge and we just made it look brand new, and hopefully it'll be appreciated for another 25 years. Not only is the vinyl wrap like super approachable, if you've ever like peeled a sticker and put a sticker on your computer or something, like you can do vinyl wrap. It's pretty, I don't want to say easy, but if you just persevere through it, if you have like a Saturday or a Sunday and just get it done all in one go, I highly recommend doing this. The fridge handles isn't something that is all that approachable, but guaranteed there must be someone online that's selling like some aftermarket fridge handles for various models of fridges. I should probably look into that, but that's for another project. Thank you so much for watching and for following along on this amazing DIY, and hopefully it inspires you to do this at home too. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.